Oh. Good morning. Good morning. Isn't it chilly this morning? Oh, I feel I need to put my hood up and get, it's just so cold. But it's nice. Good morning, Gail. Gail with a gold. You've done well on your medals, Gail. Good morning. And we've got Sarah on a silver and lovely Kim on a bronze. Good morning, Nikki, number 4. Come on, who's going to get on number 5? Who's going to be up? It's always quieter at the weekend. Good morning, Margaret. Always less people on at the weekend. Not blame them, they're having a lie-in. Good morning, Leanne. I was up at 5:05. Done quite a bit of work. Morning, Annalise. How is everybody? Please do share it. Remember, there's a morning, Trish. There's a platinum medal on offer for the first person to say they've shared it. Good morning, Joe. And it's a quick and easy one this morning, so you can go back to sleep, because I know half of you'll be watching it in bed in your nightie. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's no rules. Don't ever feel that you've got to get up. Morning, Beth. Oh, I can't wait. I'm seeing her this week. Ah, yes. That one, I've been trying to save it, my little one. What colour should I go for? I might have a dark sultry one this time. Somebody said last week, it did make me laugh. I never respond to trolls, but I did this woman because she was so wrong. It was just ridiculous. But she started off, before she started getting to the point of why she was trolling me, she said, oh, it did make me laugh. She says, before I start, that's what she might as well have said. She said, the fact that you've got fake nails and eyelashes, you're just not being true. Really? Whatever. So, yeah, I do have eyelash extensions, but a lot of them aren't on because it's been 2 months. But my nails are all mine. Nothing fake about those. They've just got Beth's lovely gel varnish on. Look, I've never had them. Look how much they've grown. So, yeah, thanks. Anyway, I just thought so I don't know. I know Caroline shared it, but I've been too busy chatting. So I'll award the medal afterwards. Right, let's get going. So please do share it. I know we're on day 20. Can you believe it? Can you believe live every morning for 28 days? Good grief. So, and how nice is it now? I don't have to go on about the tribe because it's shut nearly. Yeah. So I can just get back to business as usual, which is what I much prefer, despite what some people think. I love it. I love just coming here and cracking on. So, with nothing to do apart from do my video. I know, nothing fake about my nails. I'm really proud of them, Beth. I don't think I've had long nails before. I have, but So, heart magic. Are you sitting comfortably? Day 20. Please do share. This is a straightforward one. I think this is a good one to do. How did you get on with your magic footsteps yesterday? Were you all walking around going, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you? Is that what you were doing? So today, and I really do believe this, that it's all about, you keep doing it. And when I did this 5 years ago, you never really lose it. Well, you do it obviously phase, because you might stop doing your gratitude, you might stop doing your magic rock, you might stop, and I stopped doing all that stuff. But you've got this underlying newfound gratitude that I don't think you ever lose. You just don't. And you always look for the positive and stuff 80% of the time. Sometimes you fail miserably and you just absolutely can't be arsed and you just want to have a rant. But I remember coming on from London once, I don't know if I've told you this while I've been doing this. And this was only before the first lockdown, but it was this year. And it was late at night and we're coming out, we were at Euston and we'd been in London from literally since 5 o'clock in the morning. We were just knackered, we'd gone on a business course, got to the station and it said our train only went to Preston and then it was cancelled. And you just thought, oh God. And there was no other train, but then Simon saw we had been a 25-minute wait for another train to come and take us up to Lancaster, which is only 18 minutes on the train, but it's probably about 40 minutes in a taxi. Half an hour, which would cost a lot. And I immediately as soon as he said there's another train, I immediately went, oh, thank God for that. Even though we'd have to get off at that time of night, it was going to add another 25 minutes onto our journey, off the train, back on the train. So it was a faff. But the old me would have been chunting about it for ages. I can't bloody believe there's no train. That's disgraceful. Can we get a refund? Oh, I'm knackered. I just want to go home. That's what I would have been like. But I immediately just went, thank you that there's another train and we didn't have to get a bus or didn't have to get a taxi. And I really do believe when you practice this intensely like this, you start doing stuff like that, and then you tend to look at other people who you can hear having a good old whine about stuff, you know, even if it's the weather, oh, bloody awful weather, and do you know what, I did this, and then I lost my phone, and then I did that, and I thought, I'm not surprised you're having a shit day, because that's all you're attracting. It's a bit like when you don't drink, and you don't judge other people most of the time, but when you go out and people get absolutely shit-faced, hammered, and they're talking through you, and the loud voice, they're repeating themselves, they say, I bloody love you, and you just think, yeah, whatever. And I just recognise myself, that's what I used to be like. And so you see it, you see how you used to be in other people. So when you hear other people just never being grateful for anything and not even having the first inkling to think that that could be a way to choose to live your life, that really reinforces my gratitude muscle. Literally, every time I hear people being, I'm not saying I'm not negative sometimes, of course I am, bloody hell, I've been dreadful these last, couple of months, certainly with my back, but I've still tried, on the whole with everything else, to find the positives, but it is lovely when it starts to happen, because you know that you are getting in a place where you're just more grateful. So, this is how to intensify it even more, okay? Right, gratitude is the memory of the heart, says John Baptiste in 1743. Just listen to that. Gratitude is the memory of the heart. How lovely is that? So to me, how I interpret that, how I interpret that is whatever you feel, because I feel in my heart, I don't know about you, I feel joy in my heart. When I feel hurt, if somebody says something that upsets me, I feel it in my heart. You feel a little pain almost, but that's just how I've always felt, but gratitude is the memory of the heart. So if you're feeling grateful, you get this lovely feeling. Or is it just me? You do get a lovely feeling in your heart. So that's what they're going to talk about today. Right, you might have figured out by now that with any magical practice of gratitude, the aim is always to feel it as much as you can. This is because when you increase the feeling of gratitude on the inside, the things you have to be grateful for in the outside world increase too. Eventually, after practicing gratitude for a long period of time, you will automatically feel it deeply in your heart. However, today's magical practice will collapse the time it would normally take for you to reach that level. So, the heart magic practice is designed to powerfully increase the depths that you feel gratitude by focusing your mind on the area of your heart as you say and feel the magic words, thank you. Scientific research has shown that by focusing on your heart as you feel gratitude, the rhythm of your heart actually and immediately becomes much more even and harmonious, resulting in major improvements to your immune system and health. So the scientific research that when you feel gratitude, your heart literally, becomes more even. That gives you an idea of the power of heart magic. It takes little practice the first time you try it, but it is worth the effort. After a few times, you will get it, and each time you practice it, your feeling gratitude will increase exponentially. So, I'm going to do a little exercise. You're probably in bed with a cup of tea. So, to practice heart magic, and even if you're out walking in the lovely cold, everybody, let's all do it. To practice heart magic, focus your mind and your attention on the area around your heart. It doesn't matter if you focus on the inside, on the outside of your body. Close your eyes because it will make it easier. And while keeping your mind focused on your heart, mentally say the magic words, thank you. Once you've practiced it a few times, you won't need to close your eyes anymore. But as a general rule, you will feel more gratitude when you close your eyes. So there are several, we're going to do this together when I finish, so listen up. There are several things you can do to help you get heart magic down really quickly. So, let's have a look. You can put your right hand on the area around your heart to keep your mind focused there while you say the magic words thank you. Or you can imagine that the magic words thank you are coming out of your heart rather than in your mind as you say them. That doesn't work for me. I do that and I feel it and I just feel my heart. I often do that. I often put my right hand on. But to think of the magic words coming out of my heart, thank you, that doesn't work for me, but it might work for you. Whatever works for you. You can imagine it's sat in a nice bubble bath. I bet you didn't think of that, did you, Rhonda? That wouldn't work for me either. But just to feel it, and every time I do it, I'm just grateful, again, like I said the other day, that your heart just does that. It's doing it every day, no matter what mood you're in, no matter how shit you feel, no matter how much you're feeling crap and bitching about yourself, no matter how joyful you feel or tired or energised, whether you exercise or not, your heart just carries on. It's probably going, will you stop eating shit? Will you please make me work a bit harder? Good God, Sally, I've done this now for 3 months and I'm dying to just do a bit of that. My heart wants to work. That's what I think when I want to get moving. My heart wants to work. It's the most important muscle in your body. And yet we never exercise it properly, a lot of us, because we just don't. Bloody lazy buggers. So don't take it personally. I'm only having a joke. And if you did take it personally, it means you are one. Just saying. So, there are several things you can do to get right. Let's have a look. So as part of today's magical practice, take your top 10 desire list and practice heart magic on each desire. Now, this is the desire list that we did on before we started the book. Now, if you've started on day 14 and you wonder what it is, go back to day 1. But I'll quickly tell you, it's the top 10 desire list, the top 10 things you want in your life. Could be a mansion on bloody sandbanks. It could be a tent to play in the woods with your children. It could be anything. It could be a new job. It could be a new partner. It could be a new Apple Watch. It can be anything. It could be to be able to afford to volunteer instead of work. So many things. So get your top 10 desires that you really want. It could be, I want to get all the Christmas shopping done by this date and I want that to be done. It can be anything. So think of one of your top 10 desires. Just think, what would you really love? What would you really love? We've seen a kitten that we're thinking of getting, and the lady just wasn't answering my messages. And then she came back to me yesterday saying she's waiting for a deposit on it. And I've just fallen in love with this cat. Just looking at it. And I know we've already got 2, haven't we? But I just know it'll give Nancy a real lift, because I worry about teenagers at the moment, if I'm honest. I know worrying's no good, but I do worry about teenagers and, children especially, but especially teenagers who are doing all the school stuff, and like Joe didn't graduate properly because it was done, but like Nancy's age group should be the best year at school, all those years through school and their A-levels, and all it is the shit stuff. There's no fun stuff, there's no all the stuff that they normally do, and they're just coming home and either sat on the bed or studying, can't go out, can't do anything. She should be having a ball now, out partying, all the 18ths that have been cancelled. I really, really worry for young people. I think I worry for young people more than anybody. I really do, and I need to stop talking about it because I can feel my heart now not being as comfortable. It was nice and juicy before, and now I can feel it constricting a little bit because I'm getting worried about it. So I just thought, another cat, and I've forgotten why I was telling you that, but so that's my top. I've imagined it. There'll be other kittens. It's a Maine Coon. A Maine Coon, I tell you, it's just beautiful. And I'm just imagining it in the house. there'll be other ones, and if it doesn't come, there'll be other ones, and I believe that. If you don't get the house you wanted and it fell through, don't worry, because there'll be another house that will change the trajectory of your life. And I really do, I accept when, say if that kitten doesn't come to us, I'm fine with it. I'm absolutely fine, because there'll be another one that we're supposed to have. And Nancy's seen, was looking on the internet last night, so I know I'm digressing, we've nearly finished, but hang on. I was looking on the internet last night, and we're looking at rag dolls, and I don't know if they're just a bit docile really, but she was looking at, there was one in Preston, and she was nearly crying because there was one in Preston, just one boy, a cream one, and the people were selling it on Pets for Home, was it, or one of those, and they'd only had this 10-week kitten for a week, this couple, and Nancy couldn't believe it. She was livid. She says, Mum, have you seen this? This couple had bought this ragdoll kitten, and they'd only had it a week. And then do you know what the justification was for getting rid of it? Because lockdown's finishing, we've got to go back to work. Nancy was going, what? You just buy a kitten like that for lockdown? Never mind, a cat's not just for Christmas, a cat's not just for lockdown, love. And she thought it's just this boy on its own, it's about 10, 11 weeks old. So I won't be surprised if that one worms its way into our heart. So anyway, we shall see. I'll keep you posted on Kittengate. So as part of today's magical practice, take your top 10 desire list and practice heart magic on each desire. Read each desire in your mind or out loud, and when you get to the end of reading each one, close your eyes, focus your mind on the area around your heart, keep your mind on your heart area, and say the magic words again. Thank you. Excuse me. And say the magic words, thank you, slowly. Again, you can use the tips I've given. After you have finished heart magic on each of your desires, you have not only increased the depth of gratitude you're able to reach, you will also have dramatically increased your gratitude for your desires. Now, I personally wouldn't read it out and go, oh, right, yeah, I want to get a really perfect Christmas tree. Oh, I want to get this kitten. Oh, I really want this kitten, and then go, thank you. I'd have to have my hand on my heart as I'm saying it, but that's just me. And if you're not into all this, you'll think, Sally, what the hell are you chatting about? Where's your burpees? But, you know, I'd have to say, thank you. You know, I'd say, thank you for this lovely kitten. I really would, and I'd imagine it running around the house, and you feel it, and now I can feel my whole body relaxing. So you can continue to practice heart magic on your desires regularly if you want to speed up the receiving of them. Or you can use heart magic anytime you say the words thank you, even for anything. Even just using heart magic a couple of times a day will have a big effect on the happiness and on the magic in your life. Once you have practiced heart magic a few times, you will feel a huge increase in the depth of your feeling. And with gratitude, it's all about the depth of the feeling, because the deeper the feeling, the greater the abundance you will receive. The initial physical signs that you've increased the depth of your feeling could be that you've got a tingling feeling around your heart, or you feel a wave of joy rush through your body. Your eyes may fill with tears, or you may get even goosebumps. But without exception, you will begin to feel a depth of peace and happiness you've never felt before. Yeah, well, that's a big claim, isn't it? So it's to feel it, you know, like when we were going back to thank you for all the money that you've been given in your past, and you really think, you know, you really think about what you've had in the past, and you just think, oh, thank you. Paula, morning, late as usual, never mind, but loving the magic. Yesterday's footsteps helped side a face like a slapped arse when I got out of my car. By the time I got into work, I was a different woman. I bet they wondered who was turning up, Paula. She works in the hospital. So, but yes, so what can you really say thank you for today? It doesn't have to be your top 10 desires. Some people feel embarrassed. Say if you want a new house down by the sea, you might feel embarrassed asking for that much. I know a lot of people struggle with that. you know, but what is it? What's one of your desires? Now, let's say I'd love one of these kittens. Oh, thank you. I've done my gratitudes already this morning. Simon got on my gratitude list because I'd ordered a couple of yoga mats from Sweaty Betty because they've had 25% off on the sale. Plus I get 30% off everything. Bargain. Because I'm an instructor. And I ordered some other stuff and some of it's going back. And because I do that, you know, and order, because obviously you can't try on there or go to the shops. Some of it's going back and they'd not sent one of the yoga mats. So I'd had all the paperwork with all the order on by the phone. I eventually sorted it yesterday. Then last night I was tidying up, well, yesterday afternoon, and I put all the paperwork in the bin. And Sam says, where's this box going back? I thought, oh shit, yeah, I've chucked all the paperwork out. Thinking, the bins will have gone. And so Simon this morning went through all the rubbish and got my paperwork out as I was doing my gratitude. So we made it to number 10. I am grateful for Simon. I'm so happy and grateful for Simon that he went through all the rubbish to get my paperwork that I'd chucked out. You know, so I did and I got a little whoosh. It just reminded me that even though we do each other's headings sometimes, because that's married life, that it's ace. And I just had a little whoosh. And you do get whooshes. Don't you love it when you get a whoosh? I get a lot of whooshes of gratitude, you know. Thank you for the lovely business friend who took the time to voice message me this morning with her support. You know who you are. Helen, you are such a joy. I tell you, I got a whoosh from Helen, absolute huge whoosh this weekend. I got a gift through the post because she knows I've not been feeling brilliant. And do you know what's the biggest whoosh? I said on my message this morning, and you know, you get all these beauty boxes, like Beauty Pie, and I know Mrs. Hinch has that. It doesn't really appeal to me. Honestly, it doesn't, and I don't know why. It's not because I'm ungrateful. It's because when I got Nancy Look Fantastic calendar box about 3 years ago, and some of the stuff's great, but some of it's a bit, you know, little sample stuff, and I have my little set routine, so I don't really want to use somebody's serum that I've never heard of before. I don't, so it just doesn't do it for me. And now Nancy's Look Fantastic box, we fill it ourselves. I get to TK Maxx, and occasionally I put a bag of pretzels in it. But they're all branded sort of boxes and stuff. But Helen sent me the most amazing stationery box because she's set up a company doing it. And it is beautiful. And I've not opened it properly yet because I'm saving it. And literally, I just thought it was something I'd ordered through the post because I've been doing a lot of online shopping for the children and what have you, and I thought it was like an Etsy delivery. I thought, what's this? And the joy, and I'd seriously got a whoosh, and that's the different level of gratitude. You can just say, oh, thank you. If somebody opens, oh, thank you. You don't get a whoosh every time you say thank you. Of course you don't. You know, you'd pass out with fainting. But when you get them, they're just so lovely. So I can't wait to open it, Helen. I can't wait to open it properly. It's like Christmas. So thank you. Because it can be hard working for yourself. And if you work for yourself, you'll know. And that's why I don't really feel very different in lockdown, because we work from home. So it can sometimes be a lonely experience. So Helen, lots of love. So that's it for today. No, I'm going to do it. That's what I said I was going to do. God, my boobs are still really sore. They're doing my head in. Literally, I take my bra off at night and I have to carry them. I have to carry them into bed like this. Do you need to know that? And then lie down and shove a pillow between them to stop them hurting. Oh dear. So think about something that you're grateful for. It can be a top 10 desire, or it could be something or someone. Think about it. Now, I know you're going to feel stupid, but we're all going to just close your eyes, put your right hand on your heart, or imagine the thank yous coming out like this, for instance. I love this. And if Leanne's on, another thing, massively great. Look at that. I've got to show you these. These are a gift from a lovely tribe member. I just love them. I'm a joy bringer. Look at that. And they're a really big size, and the bone china. I'm a joy bringer, and this is I am grateful. little fairy. And look at that. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. That's us. That is us now. That is us going about our business. Look how many times she's saying thank you, thank you, thank you. Aren't they wonderful? So why was I showing you those? Oh yes, you could imagine your heart doing that. Now that wouldn't really work for me, but now I've actually visualised it, I might double up. So thank you for your husband for responding to my email last night. More than, I know his work didn't stop yet. Well, none of us stopped yesterday. I think I did about 16 hours yesterday. But it's always like that when we open the tribe. I'm just glad it was just for one day only. So, oh, she's on. Leanne, honestly, I cannot tell you the joy these 2 mugs are bringing. But Simon keeps using both of them. And look, that one's got a coffee stain in. I keep having to tell him off. Use your own. You know, I'd rather Sam didn't use any. I'd rather he just used his over there because he has coffee and stuff. And I just like to keep mine fresh. But yeah, so no, I forget he was using the wrong one. I said, I wanted that one. And that's what I love about him. He'll let me choose. He'll let me choose, you know. And if he really wanted one, he'd let me have it if I wanted it. And this is what I'm really grateful for. This gives me a whoosh. So even though obviously when you argue about stupid stuff, say if he's making us a salad, he doesn't often make tea, but say if he was making a salad, for instance, or he was getting the spinach out the bag and it was going past its, you know, it was just on the turn, he'd go through it and without saying anything, he will give me all the best stuff and he will give the rubbish stuff to himself. I wouldn't do that. That's what he'd do, and it makes me love him even more. That he gives me all the good spinach. I don't know where I got them. Lovely Leanne Walters. Leanne's going to look at the website, but we do have. Oh, it's not there. We do have a big mug like this. Is it in the dishwasher? Oh no, we'll have it in the office. We do have, they're a bigger size than normal as well, but I love the fact that they're bone china. I love a china mug, but they're just beautiful. See, I don't know where they were from. They were from the angel fairy that is Leanne Walters. So, right, so let's just think of something, and we're gonna just feel it in here. Already now, I've not even started thinking of anything, but just the fact I'm doing that, I can feel my heart starting to rush a bit more and be, ooh. Right, so think of something, right? So everybody close your eyes, put your hand on your heart. A few deep breaths. And just think of something or someone or one of your top 10 desires. Imagine that you've already got it. Thank you. Thank you. And I just give it a little squeeze like that. I just go, thank you. Oh. And do you not feel it? Do you not feel that? I get fuzzy here and I go, ooh, I sort of sink into myself. I do it when I'm meditating. Occasionally it happens when I meditate. It means, oh, I'm doing it. And then otherwise, in other words, I just think of all my to-do list. But yeah, just, ooh. And so I do that all the time as I'm walking because you can do it anyway. You can do it in the car. When there's a red light, do it. Thank you. Thank you. There's a lady who joined the tribe yesterday. She goes, I'm that woman who shouts at a red light and I get really mad at the person in front of me that they didn't go through on amber. She goes, I'm the woman behind her that gets pissed off with her. So that's what she wants to change. I thought it was a brilliant introduction. Because we've all done it, haven't we? Okay, thanks Sally for this morning. Massive whooshes already for me. How good is that, Gillian? How good is that, getting massive whooshes on a Saturday morning at 7:30? So MT is saying thank you. Is that normal? It's absolutely beautifully normal. It's beautifully normal, Michelle. It really is. Thank you. Do you know what? I think we should say thank you for? I'm going to do this before we go. It was a quick one this morning, but I'm just stringing it out a bit. Do you know what I think we should say thank you for? We're going to go and get our tree today if we've got some 9-footers in. And I'm going to put it up this afternoon. I'm going for a walk with Edwina this morning, my lovely friend. And I'm going to, yeah, and just got some work to do this morning. But do you know what I think we should say thank you for? I want us to thank ourselves. I want you to put your hand on your heart. think of everything that you do to it. Think of the stress that you put it through. You know, when you're worrying unnecessarily about stuff, that stresses your heart. You know, when you're not kind to yourself, when you don't exercise it because you don't move your body enough, when you eat too much shit like I've been doing for the last 2 months, and yet it still works. What an amazing, amazing, amazing thing it is, beating there inside ourselves. If that stops, we all stop. Everything depends on that beating heart. So let's just put your hands on it. If you don't want to do it, you can go and make your breakfast. So let's just, for a moment, deep breaths, close your eyes. I know we've got desires, I know we're grateful for loads of other people, but if we weren't alive, we would never get that chance to be grateful for anything else or anyone else. So feel in your heart there, imagine it inside your body. All the valves and the veins and the blood rushing through, just knowing what to do, and yet we take it for granted every single day. Deep breath, this wonderful beating heart. We've all got them. Your partners have got them. Your children have got them. Your parents have got them. Your beautiful dog's got one. We've all got them. Thank you. There. How does that feel? That beautiful, amazing heart that never stops. But one day, it will simply just stop. So why not? Why not? Let's make the most of what we have while it is still beating for us. Okay, have the most wonderful of days. I've just seen Barbara's quote, very powerful, and I've just had a big whoosh. This is what I call a big whoosh, literally all up my arms and all up my chest. And now it's all gone up into my head. You know when you get into a hot bath and you're cold and you get in and all your skin goes funny? That I've just had one of those. It's lovely. So thank you. Thank you, everybody. How can you feel pissed off? How can you feel pissed off, worried about something when you're feeling that? And we've just done that together and it's free. It doesn't cost anything, doesn't do anything. It's free. So why not do it today? When you're feeling stressed, go and get yourself into the airing cupboard, stand in it and just have a minute to yourself and just, thank you. What a great thing to do, eh? Send to yourself. She never put that in the book. I'll be putting it in my book. Go and hide in the airing cupboard. I used to hide in the airing cupboard all the time when the children were young. Mum, where are you? Not answering. I'm having a moment. All right then, everybody. Okay, your beautiful dog. I looked at Oscar and he started wagging his tail. Big whoosh. See, Susan, gratitude right there for your dog that you wouldn't have even noticed. You just probably patted him and not even thought. And that's not because you're a rubbish dog owner. It's what we all do because we're all busy doing other stuff. But now you've had a whoosh for your dog. And every time you see Oscar today, Susan, you'll get that whoosh again because you've experienced it. And that's what that's what this is all about. It makes you start getting more whooshes in life. And you don't even have to try as hard because you're in training at the moment and it's wonderful. All right then. Oh, Patricia's joined. She joined the tribe. Brilliant. You are more than welcome, Sarah. Lovely Taylor. All right then. Lots of love. Have a wonderful day. Please share it. If you want to share the big magic heart love, then please press share. And I'll see you tomorrow. I know it's Sunday, but don't leave me on my own like Piffy on a rock bun. Please come, and even if you set your alarm and you do it in bed, I don't mind. I don't need a video. I'll see you in the morning. Sunday, I'm doing it live, so come and join me, or else it's the height of bad manners. All right then, cheerio, bye.